So I've got really good news for you. You are not failing, you're actually succeeding, and it's completely normal to feel like your business or organization is struggling a little bit. Maybe decisions aren't flowing as quickly as you would like, or all of the decisions kind of filter back up to you instead of being solved at the level where they originated. But this is very common in mid market companies and especially lower mid market companies where the company is just small enough to be considered too small to be big and just big enough to be considered too big to be small. So you're not a small business anymore. You've surpassed the 8-figure mark and you're starting to grow, but growth feels slower. Perhaps you are generating revenue, but the revenue doesn't keep up with all the levels of complexity that have kind of been built into your business by default. That happens from growth in a way that is responsive to what happens on the day to day and not by being intentional. But that's okay. It happens, and it happens in almost every mid market company. And you really start feeling the strain of the growth trap when you can no longer sustain the heaviness of your organization. And I know that sounds like a weird way to describe it, but heaviness means that there's just friction involved in progress. So you're not progressing as quickly as you would like. What typically will happen is you've developed a lot of people in your company, a lot of levels, and everyone's kind of siloed, working on their own objectives, trying to get their job done on the day to day. And they're really focused on what they do and not necessarily focused on the organization as a whole. So, depending on how long your organization has been active or in business, can determine how much of a struggle it will be to kind of unravel and untangle the growth trap. But it can happen. You can untangle it, and we can uncomplicate your organization by going back to root causes of the issues that are causing your business to slow down a little bit in the progress that you're making. One of the things that we would want to focus on would be your definition of success. I know that sounds really simple, and I know you may think, oh, well, I've got a mission statement. This isn't it. This is not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is much more in depth and much more strategic, in that it gives people in every level of your organization a playbook by which they can make their decisions and really focus as a team and pull together in the same direction.